Great, happy, and blessed afternoon. Happy Wednesday. I hope you all are doing well. For those who are new here, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. And for those who do not know me, my name is Catherine Barnett, and I go by Cat Barnett. And this is the Cat Barnett podcast. And we are on episode 33, y'all. And I also help people, but particularly women who struggle with confidence in their faith and fitness by implementing strategies to gain clarity, direction, and purpose. And I'm so happy to be here with you guys for another brand new week. And I just want to come on here and say I'm sorry that I came on here a little late. It has been a crazy day so far. My place is getting re-renovated, so as you can see, the background is a different scenery, but it's okay. Champions adjust, and I also hope you guys can hear me well. Let me know if you can't hear me. I also do not have my mic. I forgot my microphone. Just trying to get here and do this on time. So just let me know if you can't hear me at all. But yeah, just hope you guys are doing well. This is a new month. We are officially in the first full week of March, and I'm super excited because that means spring is right around the corner. I can't wait. I don't know about y'all, but I live in the Midwest and I'm just tired of the cold. So that makes me super happy that I am almost there and spring is just around the corner. So last week we talked about, how we can create healthier habits to be more successful in life. And so today I want to discuss how we can eat healthier, healthy eating. And, that might be different for everyone. I declared this year that I wanted to just be my best self and strive to be my best self mentally, physically, and spiritually. So this year I decided to invest in a nutritionist. And I've only been working with her for a few weeks, but in that few weeks, it just has, you know, expanded my knowledge. I'm relearning and unlearning certain things about foods and just building a better relationship with food so I can eat healthier, but still enjoy certain things that I love to eat. So, today I want to discuss, healthy eating and how, choosing foods that are healthier that can help with just sustaining a balanced life and overall healthier lifestyle. And because I know a lot of people can be confused out there or struggle with just eating the right foods and putting the right foods in our body to give us fuel, get more protein, and then diminish or lessen the total fats or carbohydrates we put in our body. So, I always like breaking down what the definition of things are. So, let's talk about what is healthy eating in the first place. Healthy eating is not about strict limitations. Whether you believe that, I believe that's a myth. It's not about staying unrealistically thin or depriving yourself of the foods you love. It's rather about eating well balanced meals that leave you feeling great, having more energy, improving your health, and boosting your mood. And that's what I'm striving for in this new year, this new season of my life. And if any of you are striving to have those things as well, this episode is for you because healthy eating doesn't have to be overly complicated. If you feel overwhelmed by all the conflicting nutrition and diet advice out there. You're not alone. A lot of people, and I even struggled with that as well. It seems that for every expert who tells you a certain truth is that while some specific foods or nutrients have been shown to have a beneficial effect in moods, it's your overall dietary pattern that is most important. Eating well involves eating more foods that are closer to the way nature made them. So this can make a huge difference in how you think, look, and feel. So today I want to go over some tips with you guys that can help hopefully cut through any confusion that you may have about eating healthy and learn how to create and stick to a tasty, varied, nutritious, uh, healthy lifestyle that is as good for your mind and as it is for your body. So I hope that's okay with you guys. So, I want to first talk about too the fundamentals of healthy eating, because I know some experts or dietitians out there, even nutritionists may suggest that you need a balance of protein, fat, carbohydrates, fiber, vitamins, and minerals in your, if you want to say diet, but I like to say in your healthy um, eating lifestyle to sustain a healthy body in and mind. So you don't need to eliminate categories of food from your healthy eating lifestyle, but rather select a balance of options from each category. For instance, that I've been working with my nutrition about is to be eating and putting more protein in my body, because before I started working with her, I wasn't eating enough protein at all. Because protein helps support your mood and cognitive function. Eating too much protein can be harmful to people with like kidney disease, and it can also like um, displace other foods from your diet that provide important nutrients. But however, research suggests that many of us need more high quality protein in our healthy lifestyle, especially as we age. That doesn't necessarily mean you have to eat more like animal products, because for me, I'm a pescatarian, so that means I don't eat any red meat. I don't eat chicken. I only eat seafood and vegetables, and plants for that, or pasta without any like chicken or meat in there. So, you know, this can, and I recommend including a variety of plant-based sources of protein each day can ensure that your body gets all the essentials protein that it needs. And if we're switching over to like fats, eating fats are helpful in a variety of biological functions, because it can make the food taste good and help you feel satisfied after a meal. But remember, not all fat is the same. And that was also key. And that's something that I'm also learning right now. Because while some fats, like saturated fats, have been linked to an increased risk of certain diseases, others, other unsaturated fats, protect your brain and your heart health. So, including more unsaturated fat in your healthy eating can help improve your mood and also protect your health. Carbohydrates are your body and brain's main source of energy. So ideally, most carbs should come from unrefined sources such as vegetables, whole grains, and fruit, rather than sugars and refined carbs, such as donuts, white bread, and sugary drinks. And I know for me, that was, and that still is hard because, I like sweets that have a lot of sugar in them. I don't necessarily drink like juices or anything, so I don't necessarily have to worry about that in the terms of sugar. But, just kind of substituting out, a brownies that I like. Now I'm getting more of like finding like protein based like bars that are like fudge brownie or chocolate chip granola protein bar that I can substitute instead of wanting a brownie, and that is filling me with that protein and not having that sugar. um, is also been a game changer for me. So because switching from, simple refined carbs to unrefined carbs and balancing your meals with protein and unsaturated fat can help prevent like rapid spikes in blood sugar and fluctuations in your mood and energy. And just let me know, if you guys are also getting value from this, because I really want you guys to, work on eating healthier so you feel your best and that you can be more sustainable and have more energy throughout your day. And I also want to go over fiber. Eating foods high in dietary fiber, such as like grains, fruit, vegetables, nuts, and beans, can help you stay regular and lower your risk for heart disease, strokes, and diabetes, which diabetes runs in my family. So that's something that I just don't want to deal with anytime in my life. So this is something that I'm also big on. I love eating oatmeal. So that's also something that I recommend that is high in fiber. And, because having enough fiber can also improve your skin and even help you lose weight by feeling full longer. And who doesn't want, better skin, or just to feel full so you're not, constantly eating. The other big one is calcium, getting enough calcium. I cannot stress this enough, because not getting enough calcium in your diet or healthy eating lifestyle can also contribute, that I learned, to anxiety, depression, and sleep difficulties. So, whatever your age or gender is, I think it's very important and vital to include, calcium rich foods in your healthy lifestyle. Limit those that, deplete calcium, and get enough like magnesium. That's something that I started getting more of in my life. So magnesium and vitamin D and K can also help calcium do its job in your body. And those are things that, you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money to get those things. You can find, calcium, magnesium in the powder form is what I drink. I just put it in my water. But you can get the pills and vitamin D, like literally at a CVS, Walmart, for not that much money. So I want to talk about too that, making the switch to a healthier eating lifestyle, because, switching to a balanced, nutritious, healthy lifestyle doesn't have to be an all or nothing, proposition. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to completely eliminate, foods that you enjoy. I think that's a myth that people think that when you're eating healthy, you can't enjoy all the good things that you still love to eat. And you don't have to change everything all at once either. That's usually because that usually only leads to like you cheating or giving up on your new like eating plan that you're trying to do. So with me now switching to some of the things that I'm working on, it's not necessarily that I'm giving up eating ice cream or, the brownies that I love. It's more of just getting more of healthier foods into my body, and limiting more of those things, if that makes sense. So, I believe a better approach to this is make a few small changes at a time. Keeping your goals modest can help you achieve more in the long term without feeling, deprived or overwhelmed by a major diet overload or overhaul. So, think of improving your healthy eating just as a number of small manageable steps, like adding a salad to your routine, um, or a meal once a day. As your small changes become a habit, you can continue to add more healthy choices into your life and your healthy eating. So I believe that, it kind of starts to with, moderation is also important to healthy eating. So what is moderation? That means eating only as much food as your body needs. You should feel satisfied at the end of a meal, but not like stuffed or over full where you just can't move and you don't want to do nothing. So, for many of us, moderation means eating less than we do now. So that can be hard if you're used to, eating till you're full. So, like I said, it doesn't mean eliminating the foods you love. Eating bacon for breakfast maybe once a week rather than every day if you're a bacon lover or a pork lover. Consider this to be in moderation. Try not to think of certain foods as off limits. When when you ban a certain food or foods, it's natural to want those things or foods even more. And then you'll feel like a failure if you give in to the temptation. So, just start by increasing your mindfulness around those foods that you want. Does your body want certain food or do you just eat it out of habit? How do different foods make you feel after you eat them? Pay attention to that because that's also going to be mindful. Like if you feel groggy or just don't feel good after eating a certain food, maybe you need to limit eating that food or just doing it, once a week or every other week. I also believe having smaller portions is going to be really critical. If you're like me, when you're hungry, sometimes my eyes are really bigger than my stomach. So I think I'm really hungry. And in the past, I would get way more food than I needed on my plate. But now I'm working on doing smaller portions and then, taking a minute to see if, okay, do I feel satisfied? Maybe I can go up for seconds and have another small portion. But you have to work on, I think, having like serving sizes um, that are just like small because I believe in studies that I've seen those serving sizes have increased recently. So like if you're dining out, choose like a starter or an appetizer instead of an entree. You can split a dish with a friend, or just don't order like a supersized thing for that matter. At home, you can, uh, just kind of be mindful of the portion sizes. If you're serving of meat, fish, or chicken, that should be the size of, like I heard, like a deck of cards, that can, and like a half cup of like mashed potato, rice, or pasta is should be about the size of like a traditional light bulb. So just picture all that on your portion sizes. So if you still feel hungry, like I was saying before, at the end of the meal, check in with what you need to feel satisfied, and fill up if you're going to get seconds or something on nutritionist or nutritious options, such as greens or fruit, rather than choosing like heavily processed foods for that matter. So I see food shopping. Yeah, like I literally now um make a list of like certain healthy foods that I know I need. Like I just went to the grocery store actually yesterday and got like healthy granola protein bars that have 15 to 20 grams of protein that keep me full, throughout the morning. Or if I'm like really in a rush, um, and I don't really have time to eat, those are perfect things to eat. Or I get like the 8 grams of protein wheat thins, the cheese and crackers that I can just munch on if I'm in a rush, or string cheese, something that you can get on the go, cottage cheese cups. That's also a great thing as well. So I also believe that you need to take your time in this process. It's important to slow down and think about the food as nourishment rather than just something to gulp down in between meetings or on the way to pick up, the kids, if you have kids. It actually takes a few minutes for your brain to tell your body that you are full and that it has had enough food. So eat slowly and stop eating before you feel full. I think that was also a big one for me because when I was hungry in the past, I'm eating fast. Like I just want to get food in my body. But now I take my time and really, enjoy the food, taste it, and just slow down. And I think eating with others whenever possible is also going to be, I think, crucial sometimes because, eating alone, especially in front of like the TV or computer, often leads to like mindless overeating, like easily, like especially if you into a show and you're eating, oh no, you ain't even worried about the food you eating because you into the show. So it's like, at least if you eating alone, turn off the TV, put your phone away, and really be present with the food. Um, Also be mindful about snacking. What While snacking can help to keep you going during the day in between meals, it can also be a crutch when you are bored or stressed. So try to make balanced choices for snacks, that include carbohydrates, proteins, and fats, such as apples, or like I said, crackers with cheese, a yogurt and granola. That's also something I started doing more of, having yogurt. What's been clutch for me is the Chobani protein shakes or protein drinks that usually have anywhere from 10 to 20 grams of protein. So, like, if I'm not hungry or I'm just like not feeling food at the moment, or just know I need more protein in my body, that has been a game changer. Recommend that as well. Um, and also, be aware of emotional eating. I think that is more common than people like to admit, because we don't always eat just to satisfy hunger. Many of us also turn to food to relieve stress or cope with, unpleasant emotions that we're going through, such as sadness, loneliness, or boredom. But by learning, healthier ways to manage stress and emotions, you can better maintain a balanced diet. So I hope you guys are picking up what I'm putting down and taking notes on this, because I know I'm giving you a lot of information, but this is really, really important stuff to know. And I think it's not easy, but um, also, like Tennille stated, that is really important. Making a meal plan or meal prepping is also, I think, key to not overeating. And yeah, that's a good thing so you don't waste food too. Um, but yeah, I'm also learning right now to drink more water. Like, I have water always with me, but I don't necessarily drink enough. So I'm also working on drinking enough water because that can help you feel fuller too. Right now my nutritionist wants me to at least be getting 60 ounces of water a day. And right now your girl be around like 40 to 50. So I'm trying to up that. But it's not easy. It's a process that, takes time, and it's not going to happen overnight, but uh, I'm committed to doing it. So once you, I think, commit to something, it gets a little easier because in my mind, when I commit to something, it's kind of like a non-negotiable. So it's okay to like mess up every once in a while, but for the most part, I'm going to be, strict on it. So, um, I think, to set yourself up for success, you have to try to keep things simple. Eating a more, balanced meal doesn't have to be complicated. Instead of being overly concerned with, counting the calories, I think you have to be more mindful of just not eating like heavily processed foods and opting for more like fresh ingredients whenever that's possible. Like I stated last episode, I have an app called My Fitness Pal that just tracks all the things that I'm putting into my body, and that gives me a total of how much protein I've had in the day, how much total carbohydrates, total fat that I've ate during the day, which has really helped me tremendously. And I think also something that's helped me is preparing more of my own meals. Um, because I've been cooking more meals at home, and that can help with, taking charge of what you're eating and having a better monitor exactly of what goes into your food, rather than you eating out all the time, because you don't necessarily know what they're cooking your stuff with and how much of things they're putting into your food, like oils, butter, all that stuff. So just be mindful of that. And you may find that you feel less tired, bloated, and irritable when you cook at home as well. And that's a big thing as well, because you don't want to feel those emotions or those things. And you know, I think too, I wasn't big on this, but I've been more big on this, so I don't get more of like processed foods at the grocery store. Read the labels. It doesn't take that much time, and I think it's important to be aware of what's in your food you um as manufacturers often like include ingredients in packaged food that your body just doesn't need. So you need to probably be mindful. I was told that if when you read the label, and if it's a lot of stuff in there that you can't pronounce, or it's a long paragraph label, most of the time that's processed and you don't need it. Just saying. Less is more. So when the label is less, that's good for you. And focus on how you feel after eating. This, like I said earlier, if something is weighing you down, maybe you don't need it after you eat that thing, because this will help foster healthy new habits and tastes. So the more balanced and nutritious your food is, the better you're likely to feel after a meal. And like I stated before, y'all, drink plenty of water. That's what your girl is working on too, because water helps flush our system of waste products and toxins that we don't need. That's why people do detoxes. Um, Yet many of us go through life without even knowing, being dehydrated, especially if you're a workout girly like me. You need to be drinking water before, during, and after the workout, um, so you're not feeling tired, low on energy, or just getting headaches. And it's common to mistake thirst for hunger. So staying well hydrated may also help you like eat less. So I know this episode has been a lot, and I've already been talking about this stuff for 30 minutes. Like, it just flies. Like, I just don't understand. But I have fun doing this, and I hope you guys are having fun and getting value from what I'm talking about. And one thing I think I didn't say is, add more fruits and vegetables to your meals as well, because they are packed with like vitamins, minerals, antioxidants, and fiber. So focus on eating, recommended daily amount of at least like 5 servings of fruit and vegetables, and that will naturally fill you up. You can do bananas, apple, um, like I heard that kiwi has good protein, so I'm gonna start incorporating that also into just my healthy lifestyle. So just pick some of your fruits and vegetables that you like. You can even do it in a smoothie because that's also good. And broccoli, I love broccoli, so I'm gonna make sure I make some of that today and eat that. You could do asparagus, beans, just and you could always, excuse me, mix it up. Try it boiled, like grilled. You can pan fry them. It's just different ways that like you can be creative with how you make food. So that's what I'm learning to like really enjoy and find different avenues to create food. And yeah, and it's just been a lot of fun. Just really, learning what I like, what I don't like, and unlearning and learning new things about, all the good things or bad things that I don't want in my body. So, um, Tennille said try the app Chronometer. I've never heard of that, to find out the breakdown of what you're eating. So that can also be a good one. I'm gonna have to look into that because I am also, always open to suggestions that you guys may have, or um, just continue to learn, because our body is a vessel. So I think we need to treat it with integrity, kindness, and love. And one thing that my nutritionist told me that I was like, wow, I never thought of it like that. But she said, like, treat your body and your nutrition like a budget. Like, so if you're on a financial budget, like you're like, oh, I can't spend this week, I can't do this week because it's not in the budget. She was like, treat your body the same way. If you eat like a real heavy food that has like a lot of fats and a lot of uh carbohydrates in it, like for your first meal of the day or for lunch, that means maybe for dinner you need to be more focused on getting a lot more protein and having less carbs and less fat in your dinner. And that really like was like, wow, okay, so now I'm like treating um my body and my foods just like a budget. Like if I've had too much food for my first meal and too much fats, I gotta cut it. I know, and I'm mindful, like, okay, now I gotta just be focused on protein, for the rest of the day. So that's just a take that I wanted to throw into that. And yeah, y'all, I'm done talking. That's enough. I hope you guys got value from this. And yeah, as always, I hope you have a great week, and a better Wednesday. And peace, love, and blessings. And God willing, I'll see you guys all again next week. All right. Bye.